Hey everyone, my name is Casey Foster. I work with Usborne Books More to bring you the best books on the market. And today we're going to talk about how important skin tone of different varieties being featured in books is really important. Kids being able to see themselves, whether they have white, brown, or black skin, all sorts of the spectrum, whether making sure they're being represented in their own books that they're seeing. And on the flip side, people that have different skin tones than you, seeing them and seeing that it's very normal to have all different skin tones, different hair, different eye color. So we're gonna dive right in. So if you know anything about Usborne, I'm sure you've seen that that's not my book. So these are usually some of our most famous baby books, but any of the ones that feature a person, like there's fairy, pirate, prince, you will find a person with darker skin in at least one or two of these pages. So that's not my fairy, and then you open it up and there is a darker fairy. And then even in Christmas, that's not my elf. We go through, you can tell that one's more of like Asian. And then we have here someone with even darker. Even in our nursery rhymes book, as you're going through it, you will find that as you're reading, then all of a sudden you have a different variety. And even in our Christmas Carols book, right on the front cover, some people with different skin tones. Some of our little books, I love this one, is I Can Do It. So you are gonna do buttons, zippers, clasps, they're gonna do it. And as you can see, lots of different representation. I love my first word book. This is how my kids have learned a lot of vocabulary, is just by going through this book. And as you can see on the cover, a girl and a boy, different hair, different skin tones. And I love on the friends and family page, as you're going through, as you can see, some variety. And then I love even this family picture, because you can tell it's a mixed family and mixed friends. They can see that it's normal to have some variety in there. Then we also get into our Lift the Flap series. That's a really famous series if you know anything about Usborne Books and More. So we look inside space. I love this one. Besides all of the super cool flaps, phases of the moon right here, as you can see up here, the astronaut, she is a little black girl, and she's featured throughout this whole book, and it's really awesome. Also, I love the Lift the Flap very first questions and answers. So we have these two: what are germs, what are stars? We also have what is poop, why do we brush our teeth, what is snow, what is sleep. So as you can see from the germs book, again, lots of really cool flaps as we're learning about stuff. But as you go along and learning about germs, you're also seeing, hey, everybody has germs, not just me or not just people that have different skin than me, but we all have germs. What are stars, right? Look right here, boy, girl, different skin tones. We all have the same questions. And as we're going through and learning about the different constellations and all about stars, as you can see, different skin tones, different hair. Like, I love this page, even on here. So we have darker, lighter girl, darker, Asian, girl with red hair. So awesome. Everybody is represented. And then we're going into our picture book realm. I love this book, The Prince, the Witch, the Thief, and the Bears. So as you can tell, this is what the story is about, and there's even a princess that shows up. So this story is about Jamie and his dad. There they are, and Jamie wants his dad to tell a bedtime story. So he goes through, but Jamie is telling him the things that he wants in the story, and it's really fun. My kids absolutely love this book. Another story featuring a black little kid. This is a little boy, and he asks his mom if she will read him a story, but she's busy, and so, which I also love, look at mom. She's fixing the sink, right? The mom's doing it, very cool. And she's like, I'm so sorry, I can't do that right now. Why don't you make up a story? And so he goes through and he ends up making up a story. As you can tell, it gets big and grand. At the end, he tells his mom the story, and she loves it. And then there's even at the very back little prompts for you to do with your kiddos on how they can make up their own story themselves. I also love Dan the Taxi Man. This is a big favorite in our home. So Dan ends up picking up a bunch of different people along the way to his show, and he picks up Maureen. She shakes the tambourine, shake a shake crash. Then he also picks up Tyrone and his saxophone, squeebity-dee, squeebity-doo. And then they end up picking up all the musicians, and they have their concert at the very end. But my kids love making all the instrument sounds. It's lots of fun. We also have A Book Without a Story. It's about this book, the dinosaur book. He's so sad, nobody's checking him out. But he does, as you can see in the library, all different people. Anyways, a little boy ends up finding him and just loving him to pieces and tells the librarian. And then the dinosaur book ends up being the featured book of the month and getting all sorts of attention. Last thing we're gonna do is even just activity books. Look, 1001 Pirate Things to Spot. There are all different skin tone pirates in this book, like something you don't even think about, but how important that anyone that picks up this book is seeing themselves represented and having fun. And then even our sticker books. First sticker book to the zoo. As you can tell, the people here are all different skin tones, all different hair, just to showing, hey, we all like to go to the zoo or whatever the sticker book is. So I think that's super important. I'm so grateful that I am a part of a company that values that, and I hope you find something for you.